Welcome in the Spire with Dominic, which is my Shoptalk format, so I'll be talking quite a lot. If that's not what you're here for, then ignore this video. There will be a project video next, probably Friday. I'm trying to keep up my track record, or build it up again. Anyway, welcome in the Spire. And I'm trying something new this time. I actually made a list of things I want to talk about. Let me start at the beginning. There was Maker Central, which is an awesome event and the first point on my list. It happened in Birmingham and I live in Germany, so it was a 3-hour train ride and then 2-hour flight approximately, and then getting from the airport to, well, basically next to the airport, which is still half an hour by foot. It was a little bit of travel and I was there with my daughter, which is the second point on my list. I'm feeling good about this. We were there and it was a great event. I met a lot of people. Great event, yes. And I want to give so many shout outs that it'll blow up this video to ungodly proportions, so I have a list. Maker Central is a meeting, a convention, it's all that, and a chance to meet basically a good portion of the YouTube maker and woodworking community. I've met so many cool people that I couldn't even begin to give the proper mentions, but I have a list. Let's do the same thing I did with the turned pens that I brought to the event to give out to give out as gifts. I let my daughter decide because, like I said, so many awesome people, I couldn't decide who to give one, except I did in 2 occasions from 5, but it's still a minority. My daughter, Nina, she's 11 and she had a great time. Basically, it blew her mind and there were so many experiences for her. Yes. So many things she could do. I have to preface this with Maker Central being my first event or convention like this, so I don't have any comparison really. But there was so much offered for kids to do. That's just awesome. At the stand of the British Polymer Clay Guild, she made a little rose and a dragon. And it's already a hobby that she's continuing on. Yes, I had to get some of that I had, but it was too hard, and that's beside the point. It's not on the list. So shout out to them. Basically, she also made leather bracers. At this point, shout out to the Redsmith. She did some scroll sawing and she turned her first pen, which is strange because I have a pretty good woodshop going here. I have the equipment for pen turning. I have turned pens, like I said, and I haven't turned any pens with any of my kids. So yeah, failure on my part, but success for Maker Central because there I have a list. For starters, shout out to Rick Morley from Brainfizz. He gave her the planks and the kit. Basically, he was at the same stand as Steve Twidell from Temple Boy Turnings. And he was at the lathe and he turned the pen with her. She made a Padauk pen and I hope I remember to put a picture up here somewhere. Maybe with a cool effect, which is completely pointless. And on that note, no, not on that note, on the note of pens, sorry. Also shout out to my friend Zach Higgins from Envy Woodworks. He does awesome pen blanks, and when I was chatting with him, my daughter was basically perusing the stuff he had laid out, and she found a blank she really liked, also something I should put a photo up, and Zach gifted it to her on the condition that she turns it into a pen. So I have now managed to clean up or free up my lathe, and we will be practicing on a few other pens, on blanks that Rick gave to us, and then we'll tackle this one. I'm actually a little nervous about that, but my daughter isn't, so that's what counts. And at this point in the script, I'm circling back to the gift pens that I made. I made them from old roof beams from the house where my mother grew up in. It has been not demolished since, but the roof has been remodeled, restored, whatever. And we managed to get a few of those beams, short pieces, but enough for a couple of pens. And the house has been built in 1904. Which makes the wood old growth, I'd say. They look great, they have emotional value, at least to me. And Nina decided to give all those 3 mentioned already, Rick, Steve and Zach, one of these pens. And I have to emphasize that her English isn't quite conversational yet, but it's another advantage of the visit to Birmingham. She improved a lot, not her vocabulary and probably not the grammar either, but her ability or willingness to actually use what she knows, to go ahead, talk to people and just try and then look at me to translate for her, but it's a start. I had 2 more pens, and those I gave to Andy from No Master Creations for being basically my guide. And the first evening in the hotel lobby, he approached me, talked to me. It was overwhelming and hard to get into, and I hadn't really spoken to any of these people directly, so I was a little shy, and he helped me over that. And I gave the other one to Daryl Jones of Dreadnought Woodshop. We chatted for a long time, and I missed his demos at the Easy Wood Tools stand because, well, so much to do with Nina, but we made up for that, and I hope to one day see him turn in, well, outside the video. But I gave him that pen, which is odd to give a pen to a turner, but come to think of it, most of those gifted a pen were turners. Well, Nina's fault. Next on the list is that I'm certain to forget so many awesome people that I met. I've been doing YouTube videos for 5 years and interacted with all of them on their way up, so to say. And it's a good feeling to be recognized, I have to say. It's a good feeling to leave an impact. And now I'm not talking about those big numbers, but the average viewer, because what follows is the event that made the weekend in a series of really awesome events. But as I watched Nina make the polymer clay dragon, someone tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Mr. Bender, you don't know who I am, but I follow you on YouTube. Let me shake your hand, keep doing what you're doing." Then he turned to his wife, introduced me, said that I was a woodworker, did cool stuff, or I don't know the exact words he used, and also that I was mad as a hatter. And that's a compliment that I can't imagine any better. So whoever you are, I didn't catch your name or you didn't say it, but thank you. That means a lot, and that makes me jump in the list. No, it doesn't, because I did that beforehand. I also wanted to mention Bobby Duke, who was awesome when I told him about my recent video with the stone carving inspired by him, and Chop with Chris. He's also a cool dude. We talked, and now I'm getting back into the mood or the exhilaration that I was in when I recorded an actual in the Spire right after I came home. I went into the shop and did the same thing without a list, with a lot more rambling. The end result was a video with probably 3/3 of what I covered already, and it was 20 minutes long. And I've probably been as likable and human as I could possibly be, but also all over the place. And that's why I decided to do this again with a list. And the next point on the list, before I also want to mention Matt Cremona, who I met, and we talked about kids, and also an awesome dude in a series of awesome people. And now for the next point on the list, Maker Central put me out of my funk. You probably noticed it, and if you did, thank you. I haven't put out as many videos as I wanted to, which has been the case for quite a while, but also not enough videos in general. I'm hoping to be back now out of this funk, and it was this event, both the actual event as well as the hours spent in the hotel lobby with all these cool people. I don't know why I'm looking around. There isn't any of them here, sadly. That brought me out of that funk. That showed me, the community that I'm still part of, or have always been part of. Ever since Maker Central, I'm active on Instagram again, and I'm trying to be really consistent about that and engage. But also the viewers, the fans that I might never see, that might never post a comment, but that still enjoy my stuff and that I want to inspire. So that's why I've picked up the Slack, and there's a lot of Slack here in my shop. I have released a video last Friday. I aim to release a video this Friday. Another thing that I've realized and I want to share, the next video will always be better, because when it's to the next video, you're working it over in your head, you're thinking about how it should be, not how it could be or how it will be. And when you start working on it, things will go awry and the end result will be far from what you have imagined, but that's okay. That's the inspiring part. And that's the part where anyone who wants to make the same thing can put their mark on it. Wise words, I don't know where they came from. And I'm rambling, which is not part of my list, so I'll stop now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe this channel. I guarantee there will be more project videos than rambly videos, or shop talks as I like to call them. Follow me on Instagram if that's your thing. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to be inspired.